and welcome back to Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. In the last and inaugural episode of this series, we headed out from... I don't know what the island was called that we set out from. Did it even have a name? But we set out to Domicile to join the Monster Scout competition, only to discover that there were delays, and so instead we have been sent to take the Scout's pledge here on Infantile. And in the last episode you did see me scout, I wanted to say recruit, I guess recruit would have worked anyway, but scout those two slimes called Slimer there, those both positively charged ones. They are, all of my monsters that I have on my active team have grown to level 2. And I also went to a shop and bought a stone axe for Sir Mole just to raise his attack. As you can see, it's gone up to 26 now. And now, also in my substitutes, I have recruited another 2 slimes, which I've both named them both Slimo. But these are both negatively charged ones, so yes. Now, let's take a quick wander around this place. What's it called? The Outpost. Scout Post? Outpost? Is that what it is? I don't know. Here at Monster Synthesis, we fuse monsters of opposing charges together. Hence why I wanted 2 slimes that were positively and negatively charged for this Monster Synthesis precisely. You'll have to wait until the challenge begins before you can start synthesizing. And I believe, yeah, this is just monster storage, which is basically... I'm going to be comparing this game to Pokemon a lot because it's quite similar. Oh, that's a man. The monster storage is basically just your PC. Right. Now also in the... Oh, it's locked. Right. What I was going to say is, in scout posts like this, if you head down the stairs to the back and through that back door, you can enter into like a sort of lounge area where you will find other participants of the Monster Scout Challenge, and occasionally you will find people who will want to trade monsters with you, so you can get different monsters by doing that as well. And oh wow, Sir Mole is hitting 11s now. Not bad at all. Also, when you get into battle, obviously the more team members you have like active at once, whether it be 1, 2 or 3, the less experience they will get per battle, as there are more teammates to share the experience around with. So like you saw there, each team member got 1 experience point from that last battle. Ooh, why is it slowing down a bit? Ooh, I don't know. Anyway, I know we were meant to go in a cave at the top of the island, and this is not the way. And for some reason it's slowing down a bit, and I don't know why. Oh well. Oh, there we go, now it's sped back up. Right. This isn't the way that we were meant to be going initially, but... from what I recall, there was... Oh, there we go. Both of my Slimers have increased to level 3 as well now. Now, what I was saying is, if I recall... Oh, that's gone very slow. There was a treasure chest over here, I think? Yeah, there we go, there it is, it's down there. Give me your treasure, please. Right, so let's kick it open and we get a free medicinal herb. I shall take it, thank you. Medicinal herbs and like various other herbs are obviously your healing items in this game. Sort of like how you get potions and super potions in the Pokemon series. You can also get skills that your monsters can learn for like various... Oh, let's avoid that big monster! Like various attacking skills on each, like for each element. I think there's a fire one and an electric one and sort of a dark matter type one. I want to say, but I can't completely remember off of the top of my head. Right. Now, again, off the top of my head, if I'd like to use that phrase anymore, that's the very basics that I think I'll cover for now. Obviously, there'll be other bits that I might cover. if I could take more than 5 steps before getting into another battle, that would be lovely. Oh, it doesn't even notice how... So, that slime ran after us, but it didn't notice our presence in battle. Well, I mean, it's a free experience point and a free coin, so I'll take it. Right. Now. Oh right, if you look on the right side of the screen on the mini-map, you can see like little coloured squares, like just coming to the very bottom right is the red square, which is the Scouts outpost, I want to say. The brown squares, they're like entrances and exits to caves. So obviously those brown ones that you could see on the map before we got into this fight would have been the entrance and the exit, I'm assuming, to the cave in the middle of the island. Right. Now we're getting into dangerous territory of 2 slimes at once to fight against. Even though we have 4 slimes in our arsenal. Although it is a shame that you can't like switch out your monsters like you can in Pokemon. Although I guess in Pokemon you don't normally get to send 3 out at once unless you're in a triple battle or a rotation battle. Now, oh, there's... If you look again on the right screen, just under the bottom Slimer there's a blue square as well. From what I recall, blue squares are the jetties to other islands. Now that blue square... Oh my god, oh, it's just another mole, that's fine. Sorry, it just caught me off guard. That secondary mole. Hopping out its mole hole. Right, give orders. Let's actually psych up Mixer Mole. I'm going to see... I'm not going to be too overly bothered if I don't, but I'm going to obviously take care of this slime and get it out of the way. And then try and recruit that second mole. And then just send it to monster storage so I can use it for synthesis later. I mean, obviously I'm not going to use this mole that I'm using right now forever, seeing as though it's only a rank F monster. And from what I recall, you can go all the way... It's either all the way to S or X. It's one of those two. But don't quote me on that, I cannot remember. Right, sizing up. Oh, fail to scout. Right. There are, if you fail to oh no, not my mole. Oh, that was more than out of light. Yeah, when you fail to scout a monster, there are a few different outcomes. There's obviously successfully scouting it, and then when you fail to scout it, the enemy can either assess the situation, in which they do nothing. Ooh, so mole's grown to level 3 as well. Yeah, in which they do nothing. And then you have the opportunity to scout them again, or a second chance more or less. But, oh, Platypunk's attacking me. But if they take offense like that mole did there, then you lose the ability to try and scout that monster. So let's see if we can scout this Platypunk as well. Oh, and just as a... Oh, that was a Fury Swipes and a half. Just as another point... All 3 of those monsters that you get offered in the beginning, they can be found on this first island. So as you saw, the mischievous mole's already turned up, the Platypunk's here, and then the Draki... There is a day and night cycle in this game, and the monsters on the island obviously vary from day to night. And I believe the Drakis are... Wow, that went up quickly. Drakis are like the bog standard enemy that come out. Like, I think they're down on the beach where the first slimes were at night. So you can find Drakis there, and they also appear in various other locations, obviously, because they are quite common monsters. Whew. Now I've said those thousands of words, even though it probably wasn't thousands. We have scouted a Platypunk. A positive... All I am managing to do is scout positively charged ones. Right. Punko, you can go to storage because I'm not planning on using you. But, wow, okay then. I think I took a whole 3 steps there, maybe? But, oh well. Another thing that's just popped into my mind is experience and like... Oh, no, don't desperate attack. Oh. Right, getting off topic of what I was going to say, when the enemy launches a desperate attack, that basically means they're getting a critical hit and will do a ton of damage. So thanks to one of my slimes being nearly dead, I'll have to waste that medicinal herb that I got. Oh yeah, we don't even have spells and abilities yet. Right, items, items, items. I've just got the one herb and I shall use it on this slime. In hindsight, I probably should have stocked up on a few items before I ran up here. To run very slowly, like 3 frames a second. Right. Right, I remember. Sorry, I remember. I just went silent because I forgot what I was going to say before I started this battle. It was like the experience gained for different monsters. So if you have a monster on your active party, like in the top 3, they will gain the most experience from battle. I nearly said if a Pokemon. If a monster is set as a substitute, then I think they get half the experience that they would have done if they were in battle. And I'm not entirely what it is for if they're in storage, but they do get like a little bit of experience as well. So even if you've just got monsters in storage, they will grow and level up slowly as well. Although this early on, I don't envision getting all that much experience if they're in storage. Now, ooh, there's a tent over there. We can go in there. Right. Yeah, back on the little squares, I think an orange square is like for a building or establishment of some kind. Right, let's hop inside this tent which has a wooden door for some reason. Aye, welcome Scoutmaster Shuffles at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm the man who runs this island's famous Monster Scout Proficiency test. It's a simple test, you just have to bring me some monsters. But they have to be the right kind of monsters. And sometimes finding them isn't so easy. It takes brains as well as brawn. But the good news is, you can keep all the monsters you show me. And if you bring the right ones, I'll even reward you. It'll cost you 5 gold coins to play, what do you say? Sure, why not? I'm always up for a bit of rhyming. Right. Test number 1. Bring me a monster you've scouted. I mean, I've got 4 with me right now. Bring me a monster you've scouted. Do you have the monster I asked for? Yes, I do. I have these 4 slimes with me. Scouting monsters is the most basic skill you master. This is your prize, a medicinal herb. Oh good, I needed one of those. It consists of 10 problems. The next problem will cost 10 gold coins. Sure, why not? Even if I can't do it, I'll take it anyway. Bring me a monster that can equip a cypress staff. Oh gosh, I don't know what can equip a cypress staff. Well, I've only got slimes and a mole with me. Either of those? Oh yes, one of those apparently can. Slimes certainly can wield cypress staves, and this is your prize, a bag of anti-magic powder. Huzzah! Number 3, hang on, it's too soon for that. That's fine then. Yeah, those challenges you can only... Ooh, yay! Ooh, a scouting lowdown. Yes, but they attack the monster but don't do any damage. They show how powerful you and your dudes are. If the beastie digs how mighty you are, he might throw his chips in with you. The tougher your dudes are, blah blah blah. Okay, bye. Right. Now those scout tests, they slowly unlock as you make your way sort of through the storyline. So that tent is going to have to be a place that we'll return to later in the story to do a little more of it. Well, I'll say a little more, a few more of those scout tests. How did they suddenly attack? I was the one who initiated battle. So that Platypunk's managed to do 10 damage to one of my slimes before I've even done anything. Get wrecked with a shovel, you stupid platypus rip-off. Hooray! Slimer grew to level 4. And also Slimer grew to level 4. It's as if I have two of the same, well, of the same name, with the same name, should I say. Oh dear. But anywho, I think I'm going to leave it here for this episode. So thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. See you then.